Hey guys, I realized that I hadn't finished showing some of the things I did to this house, so I'm gonna do a part two on the update on the house. I had these steps added about a week and a half ago. It took them a couple weeks to do them because of the rain and stuff, and I'm getting ready to do a bunch of landscaping out here. I got some people over here painting the fence around here. I had moved, you can kind of see the line right along here, a piece of this fence that went over to the house here. It went down and around to this gate because the previous owner had dogs out in here, a couple dogs, and he put that gate up. It's pretty cool. It opens up and you drive up to it, or it's on a, on my phone and on a remote. And then I added those columns down there, and then I built this fence new, and then I moved the old fence over there that was behind me here that I just showed you. And then I got people here today because I had so much. When you do all this stuff, you just need help. I do usually do a lot of this stuff by myself, but I got people here today painting it finally because it took a while to get all that done. And then the weather's been pretty bad, but the house itself, we put a new roof on it. I think I showed you that in the earlier video, covered gutters, and then these new rails up front, and then I added the wood on the top and painted that. And like I said, we added these steps because climbing up here, coming from this side of the yard, it was real slippery coming up this slope and muddy, and so I added these steps. I still got to paint those columns, and then so I'll be doing that. And then I did a over here, I never showed you guys the finished product. I was looking at the video the other day, and I think that I was kind of surprised because I didn't show pretty much almost the finished product on this addition I did out here. Like I said earlier, I think on earlier videos, we did this addition. There was an old deck here that was rotten, and so we rebuilt it in stone and got it all set up and stuff, and took guys several weeks, and they had to hand cut all these stones and these columns. And then I had a guy come in, real good guy, come in and fabricate these railings. And I'll do the same thing to the top of these that I did to the front ones, where I'll put boards over the top and pressure treated boards and then paint them. So it kind of fills it in a little more, makes it look a little softer, not quite as industrial. And then under here we got the tongue and groove wood. They finished that, recessed lights, a couple fans, put up some outdoor speakers, and then this is hardy plank on the side here, and then they did a metal roof on the top, and it come out really good. We've had a fire going, we've had some parties here already, a couple hundred people actually in the house because the kitchen's pretty big, and then there's a downstairs entertainment center and another kitchen. And then as like I say, they're painting the fence today. That's helping me a lot. I had stone put in over here because this kind of carried a lot of water. It kind of goes around the ACs. I'll put mulch over there because that all comes in real pretty in the spring. There was a bunch of hedges here and flowers, but I'd rather have this all cleaned out here and keep it clean. There was a playground over here we took down. I think I'm just going to sod that for now, and then I'm going to paint that tree house, and I got to put a railing up on it, and I'll use it while the grandkids are still small enough to appreciate it. And then like I say, I'm still finishing cleaning leaves, and the stone fireplace here come out pretty good. It was neat, worked out real well. This is that Belgrade tile on the floors. It's a couple inches thick. It's laying pretty good so far. They did it on a granite base. It's all full of dirt. We had to add this column. I think I showed you guys that. They got everything painted, everything done. This is basically the finished product, except for putting the boards across there and painting them the same color as this column. They've made nice little gates, but yeah, that come out pretty good. And then the other project I'm working on before summer is my pool. Developed a leak around the skimmers. It's not a big deal, just annoying more than anything. So as you can see, it's down just below the skimmer, right around the skimmer, and I'm watching it to see if it goes any lower. But It's slower than what I'd like now, but I'm watching it. I'm looking for leaks on it, and I'm gonna try to fix those leaks. And then over here, I had a slide. I took that out and gave it to a guy. He had a little daughter that wanted to slide, and it was an older slide, and it was cracking a little bit, and I didn't like it. We have parties and adults get on it and stuff, and I figured anybody, you know, a couple 100 pounds or more, was going to be hard on it. It's got a feed for the water for a slide. It was sitting there. And I got the new slide over here. It's a little bigger, a little more elaborate. I've got to put it down and bolt it down, put it together, bolt it down, and I'll be doing that. But yeah, keep an eye on this. I got some mortar and some putty ordered because it's leaking around where it enters into the skimmers, and I think that's where it's leaking the most. It's kind of, you really can't see it unless I open it, and I can't open it unless I throw the pump on here and suck some water off it. I was waiting for the rain to settle down a little bit. But it's kind of, it's going down to a certain part and stopping, which gives me hope that it's just leaking around the skimmers. So we'll see. But this is a pretty neat pool, the way the guy had it, but it is an older pool. It's like 14 years. But they had a automatic filler, which is rare on a residential pool, I think, because the pools I've had never had that. And then it's got like a commercial level filtration system and monitoring system, and everything's on the phone. And it's pretty trick, automatic cover, like I said, and or did I say, but stuff like that. It makes it a little more convenient. But yeah, it's nice. It's only 5 feet deep on one end and 3 feet on the other, which is kind of a little safer, I think, for kids, you know, so I got to watch them. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update on that projects with the house. I'll throw it on the interwebs here and let you guys look at it, and just interesting, you know. A lot of work, you know, kind of costly. I'm glad we did it with stone and a metal roof and tongue and groove ceiling. I may do a tongue and groove on the front of that porch, because it has a thing like under here. I'll show you. Really, this probably should have been tongue and groove with recessed lights, but he built a kind of a neat, the guy that built this garage and built this property, this setup, it's kind of a neat deal. It's got a couple TVs, fans, and it's a little party area for the pool. But I just didn't like the beadboard type ceiling. It's okay, but I wish it had recessed lighting in it. It's got LED strips up here and up here, which are kind of nice, but I think those would be an addition, not your only lighting out here. So I think you can get access to it from above it, but it's not real good. So I think I might pull this down, do tongue and groove, make it a little nicer for what this property, you know, with the 4-sided brick garage, 4-sided brick house, and mostly going with the theme of the high quality wood ceilings and metal roof and stone. I think this in the front porch needs to be tongue and groove. I don't know if I'll ever get to it, but I'm kind of planning it now. And then yeah, so give you guys just a quick overview on what's going on with the property and future plans. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and when it gets more finished, I'm trying to approve the curb appeal and get things more down to where I can just mow and trim and maintain, because there just was a lot of things that needed to be freshened up. The guy did pretty good. He bought quality stuff when he bought it. It just had aged a little, so I had to do a lot of replacing of things. The house and the whole property is Wi-Fi'd off of access points. I think I'd said that before. Everything's controlled on your phone. A lot of different subsystems, you know, Nest and Sonos and Lutron and Hue lighting, and it all works good when it works. But when it doesn't work, and it all relies heavily on the internet, and when it doesn't work, it's pain, because you got to reprogram it, you got to get it dialed in, you got to get it to talk to each other. But when it works, it's neat, because you can control everything on your phone. You can sit on the couch and turn off and on lights and open gates and doors and everything else. All the garage doors on the other side of the house, and this one, and then this and the shop and pool house type shop are all controlled on the phone, and that's kind of neat, you know. But yeah, I'll keep working it, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.